Inform, promote, unite. This is JCity Arrow News, your source for local news and information straight to the point. This is a production of JCity Center for Hope and Renewal, rebuilding bridges to better lives, better families, and a better community. Johnston City is our heritage and our home, and a renewed community is our hope for the future. Welcome to the December edition of JCity Arrow News Podcast. Thank you for joining us. I'm here with our reporter, Doug Hancock, and we're both sporting Christmas ties in honor of the season.
Keith, I just love this time of year, especially in Johnston City. We really know how to celebrate Christmas in our hometown.
That's right, Doug. In fact, hundreds of people gathered downtown Johnston City on November the 25th to usher in the holiday season at Hometown Christmas. It was an afternoon of making memories and reflecting memories past. Our neighbor, Shirley Manier, played the part of Mrs. Claus, and she greeted guests outside of Andreessen's Cafe, where the families were lined up to get a photo made with Santa. That's right, jolly old St. Nick himself rode into town on a fire truck and found a beautiful spot beside the fireplace inside Andreessen's Event Center. Outside, local businesses, churches, and organizations provided crafts and activities for children of all ages. Entertainment included the high school dance team, live music, an inflatable bounce house, and photo ops with the Grinch. Toward the end of the afternoon, kids gathered in front of Andreessen's for a snowball drop to win some very nice prizes. Hometown Christmas ended with a lighting of the city's Christmas tree.
And if you miss Santa at the Hometown Christmas, Andreessen's is giving you another chance to spend time with that jolly old elf. This Saturday, December 9th, from 8 to 10:30 in the morning, the cafe is offering breakfast with Santa. The cost is $8 for kids 12 and under and $10 for adults. This includes pancakes, bacon, and a drink. Reservations are recommended. Call Andreessen's to reserve your spot.
Doug, I think JCity must be one of Santa's favorite places to hang out.
Really?
This side of the North Pole. Not only did he show up at Hometown Christmas and he's coming to the breakfast this weekend, he came to Arrowhead Lake last weekend for a photo op with our local fur babies.
Really?
That's right. Tails to Nails and Shooting Star Photography provided an event this past weekend called Santa Paws. Now, I didn't get to take our dog Padre. I'm not sure how good he's been anyway. But I know there were a lot of good doggies and maybe a few kitties who got photos made with St. Nick. All proceeds from this event went to the Johnston City Little League.
But now, your dog Padre's photo is in this issue of the Arrow, isn't it?
Well, yes, that's right. Padre was featured by Caring Counseling Ministries on their Facebook page and website as a freelance emotional support animal. You know, pets can give us a lot of emotional support. They can help with our blood pressure, helping us with anxiety, and just giving us some exercise and things like that. In fact, Jefferson School has just commissioned a new therapy dog. He's not freelance, he's an official therapy dog, and he's named River. You can read more about River and Padre in the Arrow this issue, and you can find out how to nominate your own pet as an emotional support animal to be featured on a website. But back to Santa photo ops with your kids. He is coming back to town Thursday, December 14th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Johnston City branch of Legence Bank. You can get a selfie made with Santa, enjoy cookies, punch, crafts, coloring activities too. But we know a secret about Christmas, don't we, Doug? It's not all about Santa.
Oh, no, it isn't. Attend any one of our local churches over the holidays and you'll hear the real message of Christmas. It's all about Jesus, and Christmas Eve is a very special time. At least 2 of our local churches are having services that evening. Johnston City Church and First Methodist Church are having Christmas Eve services. JCity's is at 5 p.m. Sunday afternoon and will include a candlelight communion. The Methodist Church's Christmas Eve service is at 7. Now, a few days earlier is a very special service. Sterrick's Methodist is having a Blue Christmas service for those people who are experiencing grief over the holidays.
I believe that will be a big help for some of our friends who've lost loved ones the past year. But no matter what losses we've had or what mistakes we've made in the past year, God offers us opportunities for a new start.
Amen.
One local church is focusing on the theme, All Things New. Tell us about that, Doug.
Well, school is out for the winter break from December 21st to January the 3rd. Now, by the time Christmas is over and the new year arrives, kids will need something to do other than play with their new toys and video games. Parents, don't worry. Our local churches are coming to your rescue. JCity Church will host a community vacation Bible school December 27th to 29th. 3 evening sessions will feature stories and songs and games and crafts and snacks. The Bible school's theme is All Things New. Seems appropriate for a New Year's event. Craft projects will include caterpillars and butterflies, which are symbols of the new life. And all children from kindergarten through 5th grade are welcome. Let's go back to an event that happened just a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
The 10 Commandments hike. Approximately 75 individuals participated in a 10 Commandments hike around Airhead Lake Trail. This was on Saturday, November 4th. It was sponsored by the Johnston City Ministerial Alliance, and the hike, which was a first in this community, drew local scout troops, parents, children, and interested adults. With the crunching leaves underfoot and a beautiful sky overhead, 57 hikers walked from station to station on a 2.5-mile trail and heard 10 different speakers explain a commandment. Students who completed the hike received a special patch, and organizers are saying that they plan to make this an annual event.
Well, speaking of the Ministerial Alliance, there's only a few days left for families and individuals to sign up for free Christmas food boxes provided by the Ministerial Alliance. The deadline is this Friday, December 8th. Volunteers will be at the First United Methodist Church from 10 to 11 to receive applications. You can also sign up here at JCity Center until closing time. The boxes will be distributed on Saturday, December 16th, 9 to 10:30 a.m. at the Methodist Church. Local churches and businesses donate food and funds to supply every household that signs up all the ingredients for a traditional Christmas dinner. As with all services provided by the Johnston City Ministerial Alliance, recipients must live within the Johnston City School District.
Hey, let's talk about sports for just a second.
Yeah, we don't have a lot about sports in this issue of the Arrow. We kind of had a lot of other stuff going on.
Absolutely. But what a football season did we have?
Oh, yeah. But we do have basketball going hot and heavy right now, don't we?
Absolutely, on both the grade school level and the high school level.
Right. Several games have already taken place, but there are some upcoming home games. The high school boys are playing Trico on the 8th, and again on the 15th they're playing Ziegler Royalton here at home, and Vienna the next night here at home. Girls have 3 home games as well. Well, I think one of those was last night, but we've got a couple more. And then, unfortunately, our middle school is doing a lot of traveling, looks like.
Yes, it is. They're playing a lot of games out on the road. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
After Christmas, the schedule will flip,
Uh-huh.
and then the home games will come in.
Okay. Well, there's another sport that's mentioned in our newspaper that's back again in Johnston City.
What's that?
Wrestling.
All right.
At the high school level, and it's co-ed. And Doug, I think you've got a little history in wrestling.
Yes, I do. My youngest son wrestled on the team about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Enjoyed it very much. The parents don't, as they watch their kids get twisted into pretzels.
Right.
But it was a good time, and I am told by the boys that their experience in wrestling paid dividends in football.
Oh, cool. Well, if you want to attend a home wrestling match, we have one coming up on the 13th. The JCity Triangular is on the 13th. The time is yet to be announced, but you can check the school's website, jcindians.org, and go to the schedule there and find out more about all these sporting events. Next month in JC Arrow News, we hope to have more sports news and more reports about what's going on with our school sports. Of course, it's winter sports, and most of those obviously are indoors, but Anyway, there's a great editorial also in this issue of the newspaper about winning and losing.
It is a good article. It was written by a dear friend of both of ours, and someone who has written in newspapers for many
Right.
years.
And also been involved in sports for many years as a broadcaster and,
Yes, he has.
and a referee.
Should we say his name?
Let him go to the paper and find it.
That's right. Yep. You probably have another column coming up pretty soon, talking about the many years he has refereed.
We'll have to look for that in the coming issue.
Yes.
Well, we have one more thing we wanted to mention, and this is kind of breaking news. In fact, we didn't have time to even work it into our program tonight, but just in case you're wondering how things went for the Give SI event on Giving Tuesday, that was last week after Thanksgiving. The overall nonprofits in Southern Illinois raised over $300,000.
Oh my.
And the biggest news for Johnston City is about $1,200 or $1,300 of that is coming right back here to JCity Center.
That's
So
fantastic.
we went to Marion today and picked up a check representing the amount that was given designated to JCity Center, and that's going to help us to expand our invested counseling program here at the center. We're in the lower level or the basement here in the podcast studio, but this is one of the few rooms we have finished down in the basement. We're going to add a couple offices to make space for more people to see counselors here in Johnston City, and they can do that in exchange for community service, putting time back into the community. And we found that people involved in this program, as they give to others, they get better themselves.
So it's a win-win.
It's a win-win. It's a win for the individual. It's a win for the community.
That's fantastic.
So anyway, speaking of a win-win, we wanted to just leave our podcast today by just mentioning our very wonderful and faithful sponsors, both of the podcast and especially of JCity Arrow News print edition. Pile our sponsors, Bandiera Bank, Washington Avenue Baptist Church, Legion's Bank, Paul Lawrence's State Farm Office, Johnson City Lions Bank, Southern Illinois Bank, and we'll take care of you.
I can indeed. Herman Wilson Funeral Home, Indigo Realty, Arc Insurance Group, and Solito Media Group.
Oh, yeah. A couple of them.
A couple on the inside.
Last but not least,
Last but not least, JCity Church, our home church, and the Johnston City Ministry.
thank you for watching this edition of JCity.